Hey YouTube, Puffin Snuff here. Ian checking in as always from beautiful Northeast Ohio. Checking in this time with Puff instead of the usual Snuff. Uh, I will warn you now, this is probably going to turn into a video about a whole lot of nothing that goes nowhere fast. But uh, really, it's been, I think, 3 weeks or so since I've put anything up. Just kind of wanted to jump on, say hello, remind everybody that I am in fact still ticking. I intended to get on earlier. I've wanted to do a review on, in my last Mr. Snuff order, I got some of the Temptation snuffs, and I really enjoyed, as a candy sweet dessert snuff, I really enjoyed the Grape Concord. Have been meaning to do a review, and I blew through the whole little 10-gram can, so I've got another one, so we'll get around to that one of these days. But tonight we are smoking Greg Peace's Stratford, which is a Virginia and fairly robust amount of Perique. You know, Greg gets a lot of buzz online for his work with Latakia, but his Virginia and Virginia Perique stuff, I think, is really top notch, and I actually prefer his Virginia stuff to his Latakia stuff. So he's definitely not a one-trick pony. If you haven't tried Stratford or Fillmore or Telegraph Hill and you're a pipe guy, 100% worth it. Smoking the Great Dane Spindle, which it's the spindle. Obviously, you can see it has the protrusion here. It is the sister to the Great Dane Spool, same general shape, but the spool, it's the cut goes in instead of flaring out. You can see by the coloring on this this old girl and I have been through a lot together. So, where have I been? I have been exceptionally busy. I won't bore you with all the details. Where the hell did I put my tamper? There it is. Won't bore you with all the details, but work has been an absolute bear. It is spring, which means I've been getting the yard ready and laying grass seed and getting the mowers ready to go, getting ready to hook up the old pool. So putting all the time into that. And it's baseball season, and that sucks up a lot of my time. I'm a huge baseball fan, always have been. So, and I was sick. Man, I had the worst ear infection I think I've ever had in my life last week. I thought I was going to die. But we're all better now. So that's kind of where I've been. And lately, with the exception of the fistfuls of Grape Concord at a time, I've really been kind of getting back into the pipe groove, which was nice. I had been, the pipe tobacco is kind of my first real venture into the, good tobacco, the luxury tobacco, the boutique tobacco kind of hobby. And probably the last 2 or 3 months, I've just become so enamored with snuff that I'd been playing with snuff almost to the complete exclusion of pipe tobacco. And it's kind of starting to swing back a little bit, and obviously snuff is still very much a part of my daily routine. There will be many more snuff reviews coming in the near future, but it's kind of nice to sound totally cliche and melodramatic. It's kind of like that whole coming home kind of feeling to get back to the pipe. Had to rehydrate some tobacco. It'd been kind of sitting in the tins for so long, unsmoked, untouched, that needed to do a little rehydration work. Speaking of rehydration, humidor's right over there, and we are keeping her ready, keeping everything all set for pool season. So that's a whole lot of nothing we're talking about. If there was going to be a point to this uh, video, I did want to talk kind of as I'm getting back into pipe land for a while. Um, I think I'm reaching the point as a pipe smoker where I think I've kind of found my sweet spot. Um, I don't know. I know that most of the folks watching this are probably snuff first or snuff exclusive folks, just based on where my videos have gone lately. But for the pipe smokers out there, I would venture to guess that most of us, when we started smoking, we wanted to try everything, had to get a tin of the newest thing that came out, had to, and I was part of that for a long time, and I've got nearly 40 pounds of tobacco in the cellar, and it's a fairly scattered and unfocused collection of 40 pounds. Um, and I've kind of, I've been off the aromatic train for a long time, but, oh, dark fired this, Perique, Virginia, you got to try every combination of everything. And I think after about 6 or 7 years of playing around in the non-aromatic pool, I've kind of found right where I need to be. And that is to say that I am, first and foremost, a lover of Virginia Perique or all Virginia blends. That is my wheelhouse, and going forward from here, I expect that will command 80% of my pipe tobacco budget will be right. And to be honest, I'm not going to say I'm a one blend guy, but I'll try some of the new stuff that comes out in that vein. But honestly, I think 4 or 5 specific blends really just kind of lock it in for me. Um, that's not to say Virginia's to the exclusion of all else. I do enjoy um, every now and again a nice straight burley, maybe a burley with some Perique in there. Um, that can hit the spot, so to speak. And I have, and I don't want to call it a regret. It's certainly not a regret. I'll use it or I'll trade it. But I have a lot of Latakia in the cellar, and I still like Latakia when I'm in the mood and I kind of decide to smoke an English blend. I always enjoy it. I'm never put off by the fact that I've smoked it. But it's just one of those things. And I think any of you that have been smoking for a while, have been in the pipe thing for a while, some of you may have kind of landed in the same place, where it's just, yeah, I like it, but it's not what I'm in the mood for. And increasingly, you're only in the mood for the same few things, and other stuff kind of falls by the wayside. So I've got a lot of English blends that are going to be sitting in that cellar for quite a while. But that's fine. Go to the Columbus Pipe Show every year, and it's always good trade fodder. Trade some 10-year-old English blends for some 5, 7-year-old Virginia blends, and everyone walks away happy as a clam. So yeah, and I would have thought 5 years ago that I probably wouldn't zero in and hone in, and I'd always have a little bit of a lot of stuff, and always have something that I'm in the mood for. Wouldn't have thought that it would have gotten to a point where that mood is fairly steady with just a little bit of variation here and there. I like it. I like it in that it makes it very easy now to read the Pipes and Cigars catalog, to read the trial by fire reviews in Pipes and Tobacco magazine, to be at the sample tables at the pipe shows, or talking tobacco at the pipe club. Makes it very easy to kind of cut out a lot of that white noise and know what you're looking for. It's probably a lot how my mother-in-law and sister-in-law feel on Black Friday, where they've planned out their entire shopping excursion to the minute the night before, versus the 1 year I braved that insanity and wandered around like an idiot. Have a plan if you're going to do that shit. It is miserable. I've been talking, I don't have a timer on this camera, because of course, as we know, my webcam and webcam software are top of the line. But I feel like I've probably been rambling for 10 minutes. I don't know that I've made a single point. So I don't think I'm going to torture you or myself anymore with this this garbage. So I will sign off. I will be back. It will not be a 3-week hiatus. I am currently snuffing the orange chocolate temptation. Sometimes I really like it. Sometimes it's all right. So there will be a review of that forthcoming, hopefully within just a few days. And I'm gearing up to plan a new Old Mill order. I want to talk through what I'm looking at for that. So that is what is ahead, if I can keep my ass in the chair here and do some videos from time to time. So that is more than enough for one night. Guys, take it easy, and I'll see you around.